The ways of getting sick are only two. Either the pathogen, which is the disease generator. Pathology generator is called a pathogen. Either the pathogen will come from outside, like corona, or an inside cell will become pathogenic, like cancer. These are the only two ways of getting sick. There is no third way. If there is any third way, let me know. Do you know of any third way? Think about it. See, you have to have a scientific bent of mind. You have to think. You don't take it from me just like that. This should encourage the scientific inquiry into you. The protocols that we are trying to promulgate for patients, each and every step you should ask a question. Please ask. We'll be very happy to answer. We'll be very happy to answer. If we don't know, we will try to refer and come back to you with a pertinent answer. This is what is science. Rest, whatever I am saying is right, whatever he is saying is wrong, is not science. It's non-science. And non-science is called nonsense. Nonsense word has come from non-science. So that is what is there. We are pursuing science. What is the definition of medicine? Everybody has a phone. You should check in Google. What is definition of medicine? Definition of medicine is the science that cures, prevents or heals a disease is medicine. It is not a pill. It is not Sudarshan Vatti. It is not paracetamol. It is not antibiotic. So take it out of your mind. Medicine is the science that cures or prevents a disease. That is medicine. And this is what you should know. Yes, there can be drugs which can enhance or deteriorate a disease process. The cure will always happen from the immune system. And what is the immune system? Can anybody define the immune system for you? You tell me. Immune system? You've heard of it? So what is the definition of immune system? Where is the immune system? In the body, can you see the immune system? You can't see. There are organs of the immune system. You've heard of tonsils? Tonsil is the organ of immune system. That is why when tonsils are removed, immediately there is no problem because immune system tries to adjust. Adenoids, they are organs of the immune system. So where is the immune system? And what is the immune system? That is important because when you are giving immune boosters like Giloy, Ashwagandha, if you are giving, you should know where to look for what are the changes. So where is the immune system anatomically located? In T and B cells. That is the modern medicine concept of the immune system, the T and B cells. Corona ke time pe T and B cells were there in everybody. What happened? They went berserk. And it is not the virus that killed people. It is their own immune system that killed the people. That is called hyperimmune response. That killed the people. So T and B cells we all know. But why is it going berserk? Because the driver of T and B cells is not there. There is a truck coming and it is going on the population and killing the population. It should have carried drugs from one place to the other or carried material from one place to the other. It is directed on the people. It is mowing the people. Your own immune system is killing you. Why? Because you have not installed the driver of the immune system. And who's the driver? Daya, Maya, Mamta, Karuna. They are not there in your life. Trust me, if you don't have these things, these virtues in your life, your own immune system will work against you. That's called an autoimmune disease. So if you know what an autoimmune disease is, you should know that these people who are suffering from autoimmune disease, इनका संस्कार change करना पड़ेगा. And sanskar change karna, to change the sanskar, it is difficult. You have to follow the right path. Isn't it? So this is the basic understanding of what the immune system is. So anatomically, immune system is 80% inside the gut, 10% on your outer coverings, and 10% on the inner coverings. This is the 100% immune system for you. And who guides or modulates the T and B cells? Your microbiome. And what is the microbiome? How many people have heard of the microbiome? This is the latest science that you should know, the latest fad. Anything that you open, any CME any go-to CME that you know, there will be a topic of the microbiome. It is the latest fad. So you should know what is a microbiome. So how many cells are there in the human body? You know what a cell is, no? Huh? How many cells are there? Can anybody tell me? How many cells are there? Come on, somebody has to get up and tell me. 100 cells are there, 200, 1000, 10,000, 1 million, 10 million. How much? 3 billion. Huh? Okay? 3 billion. Anything more than that? 100 trillion cells make the human body. And how did life start? It started with one cell, zygote. Okay? It started with one cell. So why are you not a unicellular being? Why are you not a unicellular being? You are unicellular or multicellular? From one cell, non-sexual reproduction happens and many cells are formed. That is called organic growth. The Annamaya Kosh that is formed from one cell. That is the connection. The disconnected world has to know the connection. Your brain is connected to your spine is connected to your foot is connected to everywhere, because you are basically unicellular. You have started from one cell and adventitious growth of that cell has led to this body. And how have you grown it? By Anna. So this is the Annamaya Kosh, which is managed by the Pranamaya Kosh. What is Prana? Prana is not pranayam. Prana is the life force. The life force going throughout your body is the prana. And prana ka vyayam throughout the body is pranayam. It is kick-started by your breath. So it is kick-started by your breath. So Anulom Vilom kick-starts pranayam. This has to be taken throughout the body to heal wherever there is a disease. So pranayam has the capacity to actually heal anything that you have. You have to know how to do pranayam. How many of you have heard of yoga? What is yoga? If I may ask you, what is yoga? Chitta vritti nirodha. Yes. So what are the vrittis? The vrittis come to you through your 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? Can anybody tell me? You tell me. What are the 5 senses? The sense of sight, the sense of smell, the sense of taste, the sense of hearing, and the sense of touch. These are the five senses. If you have to go beyond that, it is called the sixth sense. I am doing a PhD on that, the pineal gland. I am doing a PhD on the sixth sense. How that sixth sense can be generated, what is the literature in scientific world available? Literature is very less, let me tell you. We are trying to prove that the moment you decalcify the pineal gland, diseases will go, including cancers. How are we making cancer take a U-turn? We are doing processes of decalcifying the pineal gland. That is the basis of our treatment. And if you decalcify the pineal gland, trust me, you can do it yourself. What you should do is, the easiest way to decalcify a little bit of the pineal gland is, you tie an onion on the arch of your foot. You tie it there. Ideally, whole of the foot should be covered with onion. It takes out all the toxins. In the morning, if you do it at night, in the morning, watch your eyes. They'll be full of yellow things. These are the toxins that are coming out. So you try it and see, and you will see the basis of marm therapy. Everything is in your soul. Everything is in your palm. These are the points that are given to you as remote control of the body. There are points that can be pressed and as a remote control point, and the effect will happen in the organ concerned. And that is why I am just trying to show you the connection of the body in this disconnected world. This world is disconnected. They don't know the connection. The real connection is lost because खंडित दृष्टि एंड खंडित दृष्टिकोण, आपकी दृष्टि और दृष्टिकोण, इस पे आपकी जिंदगी निर्भर है. आपकी दृष्टि कैसी होनी चाहिए और क्या दृष्टिकोण होना चाहिए. सी, मेकिंग अ मिस्टेक, everybody is human, they can make a mistake. The action can be wrong, intention should not be wrong. If you are non-intentionally, if there is a mistake, that's fine, वो क्षम्य है. बट अगर इंटेंशन रॉन्ग है, फिर वो मिस्टेक क्षम्य नहीं है. All these understandings come from a connected body, not a disconnected body. So you have to connect your body to the cosmos. Why do you do in yoga, Ashtanga yoga? Who will tell me the 8 limbs of yoga? My request is, this is the English version. Let us go to the Sanskrit version of yoga. So start. It's not pranayama, it's not Ayurveda, it's Ayurved. Let's call it Ayurved. Let's call it pranayam. Pran ka vyayam is pranayam. So let's start it again. One of you, tell me the Ashtanga yoga. Yeah. Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharan, Dhyan, Samadhi. Yoga has got no religious basis. Yoga does not lateralize to any religion. But did you know that all religions have started from yoga? यम एंड नियम से जैनिज्म निकला है, ध्यान से सनातन निकला है, समाधि से बुद्धिज्म निकला है. योग, in spite of the fact that it does not lateralize to a religion, all religions have started. That is the power of yoga. And भोग के देश दुनिया में कई हो सकते हैं, भारत एक योग का देश है. जो ताकत आती है वो योग से आती है. बचपन में ही चित्त की वृत्तियों का निरोध सिखा दिया जाता है. फादर के सामने ये नहीं करना, पेरेंट्स के सामने ये नहीं करना, ये बहुत जरूरी चीजें हैं. इफ दे आर नॉट देयर, Why Indians are doing very well all over the world? Oh, my dad is my friend. No way. No way. No way. That is not the yogic way. That is the भोग वे. भोग भूमियां कई हो सकती हैं. भारत योग भूमि है. कन्याकुमारी से कैलाश तक आप एक लाइन खींचिए, कुंडलिनी कैसे जाती है वो आपको दिखेगी. इसीलिए कंकड़ कंकड़ में शंकर है. ये भारत है. So that is why my request is to everyone with folded hands, let us not do it the English way. Let's do it the Bharatiya way, the Sanskrit way. The Sanskrit is, like we just mentioned, what is pratyahar? Can anyone tell me what is pratyahar? Pratyahar is ulta ahar, and ahar is not only eating. Ahar you take from eyes, from your smell, from your taste, from your hearing, from your touch. All this is ahar. Pratyahar is when you cancel all this and take it from within. That is the stage of meditation that you are entering into. Then comes dharan, dhyan, samadhi. Anyway, that is not, that we'll discuss some other time. So now we are open to questions. We had a 3-day camp here for diabetes reversal. It was, actually we can reverse it in 1 day, but we feel little ashamed to say that because people will think that the whole world is fighting diabetes. And that is big talk that you can reverse it in 1 day. We can actually do it. And we have done it in many. One of the dignitaries that we have done it is in Pilot Baba. Swamiji knows him. So Pilot Baba, we reversed it 1 day. He was on injectable insulin. 1 day, everything stopped and he is normal now. So, we did a 3-day camp. We reversed diabetes of all these patients who were there. One out of them who was on insulin injection because of the stress that he is taking. Why will blood sugar increase in stress? You should know. You should know why you need to de-stress people. Why will it increase in stress? Stress is what? Suppose if a lion comes, you need to run. So that time the immune system will be shut down by the stress. Whenever stress happens, the first organ to shut down is the immune system. So if you are in stress, you will never heal yourself, never ever. So stress is the biggest enemy. So you have to run. What will the body do? What changes will the body do? It will increase sugar because you need energy. So the moment you come under that stress that my sugar is not going down, it's going to increase. This body, whenever you get desperate for health, you will lose it. You have to be very cool. That is why the first lesson that any healer should learn is you have to be very cool. If you are not cool, you will not heal because you need to pass these vibrations to the patient. And what is vibration? Everything is vibration. Everything is vibration. How did the world start? Big bang. Bang is what? It's a sound. Sound is what? Vibration. Everything is vibration. Everything is vibrating in nature. Your DNA is vibrating. The moment this vibration goes, ऐसे हो गया, diseases occur. Our aim in vibration therapy is to restore the vibration somehow so that the cells start vibrating in the same. And the best way to do it is Om. आपने एक ऐसा vibration किया, सभी cells they start vibrating in the same vibe. So, in a nutshell, We will try to prove everything scientifically, whatever science is known to mankind, we will try to use and prove everything rather than it is written in my book. No, no. Everything needs to be questioned. This is what is science. And this is what is scientific questioning. Can we prove it? Yes, we can prove it. That is why, if I don't know, I will refer and come back to you. So now we will go for a question answer session, and now we will, any questions that you have, please ask and we will try to answer it. Dr. Viresh sir had a few questions. Please tell me, sir.
So as per Ayurveda principles, initially we had to reduce the Snigdha Guna in the body. So that's which is excess in diabetes patients. So initially we start with the same line of treatment, but over a period of time, after some days, we'll have to start Rasayana therapy to diabetic patients. But if we continue the same food habits and lifestyle, Rasayana may not be able to act accordingly because there is no Rasayana treatment there. So how to justify with this line of treatment?
So I got your point, sir. The other day also you mentioned that. Now this you are talking about drugs. If you look at Ayurveda, 6 to 7% of Ayurveda is drug therapy. Rest is all how life should be, that you should be disease free. We are trying to pursue that 93% minus that 7%, because in today's world, drugs are the drug therapy, and the feeling that the patients have is, if I don't take any drug, I will not be all right, has to go. This has to go from mind, that there should be no drug. But yes, we are not against drugs. It is that we have to see the mindset, like the cancer patient who is admitted, they have a mindset that they need a drug. Drugs, mostly the drugs that I know, act as a placebo. How does the Disprin maker know that headache will be cured with Disprin? Whatever science you can explain in a lab, it is not necessary that this science works in the body. It is not necessary. It is your assumption that it works like that. It just might be very different. 2 plus 2 can be 4 in a lab. It could be 2 plus 2 can be 22 in a body. It can be 2022. Because this body does not work and follow the principles of your physics. A simple example is, did you know that bumblebee, that big bee that flies, according to the principles of aerodynamics, bumblebee can't fly. If you check in Google, you will know that we don't have the science how a bumblebee can fly. But does she obey your science? She flies. So science has to come up to that extent. Science is not yet to that extent. Like, for example, you must be loving your husband, your wife, your children. Is it a scientifically correct statement? Can you prove it? You are loving how much? 2 kgs or 4 kgs or 20 kilometers? How much? You cannot quantify these things. But is it not true that you love? Which means science has to come up to that extent. It has not yet. And science is, whatever science is available to us, that also we don't understand mostly. Like, for example, this phone, suppose this is 500 grams, say. Okay. What is the latest, the one equation that changed the whole world in the last 100 years? E is equal to mc square, isn't it? Everybody knows. What is the application? The application is energy and mass were brought on the same platform. On the same platform, energy and mass were brought. That was a revolution. That was a revolution. So what is it? This 500 grams, if it is given C square of force, it will turn into energy. And if that energy is cooled down, it will turn into mass. E is equal to mc square means that. So where is the problem in understanding our ancient texts? Sukshma roop dhari siyai dikhawa, vikat roop dhari lank jarawa, bhim roop dhari asur sanghare. What is the problem in understanding? Why is it not scientific? This is the application of the science that you know. So the drug, sir, what we will do is to give an answer. We will definitely use, and whatever decisions we will take, it will be for the organization. We'll definitely use, but many times it's not required. And there are a few patients, you're very right in saying, like the one whose blood sugar was 200 in the morning and it shot to 400 because he was constantly thinking, oh, should I take drugs? These are the people who require drugs. You give them any drug, their blood sugar will drop. How does a Disprin manufacturer know that it increases the blood supply? Does it have a microchip? It is their assumption. So on this, many things can be done scientifically. So that is very right. We can use it, not in all, but maybe in a few patients, we should use drugs because they have a mindset like that. And you cannot change in one day. So that Rasayan is, and today is Ram Navami. Ram Rasayan Tumare Pasa. The actual chemistry of Ram was only understood by Hanuman, nobody else. He understood the chemistry of Ram. Ram Rasayan Tumare Pasa. So we will be using, sir, definitely. Any more questions that anybody wants to ask? Yes. What is your name? Please.
Namita.
Namita. Yeah. Yeah. Namita.
Sir, what are the effects of dipping food in water containing bitter gourd and neem?
Once again. I couldn't hear you.
What know the mode of action of bitter gourd?
Ah, very nice question. Very nice question. It is just to prove that your skin is porous. If you thought that your skin is a cover, it is porous. If you put your foot in the bitter gourd, if you are non-toxic, in 2 to 3 minutes to 5 minutes time, you will feel the taste of bitter gourd in your tongue. What was the connection? We are just trying to disprove many things by scientific inquiry. Many things that we know today, we are trying to disprove. Just by pratyaksh praman. There are, in Vedic ways, there are 7-8 ways of logical explanation. One of them is pratyaksh praman. Pratyaksh praman hai aapke paas. So that is a way to detox your body, which is why the things that you use in Ayurveda, the rasayan which sir was pointing to, the rasayan that we use actually should work because it should get absorbed from your skin. It is just to open your eyes and open the eyes of the patient that anything, this body is divine. Our understanding of the human body is, I would say, we have a little bit more understanding of the human body than the rest of the people and the rest of the doctors. So we actually know how it is functioning, but yet there is so much more to know, so much more that we don't know as yet. We are trying to get into that. Like, for example, very simple thing, why does your feet crack? Why are you driving and you are getting current? Why are you doing that? Why are you getting? Can somebody tell me? If you're sitting in the car, if you open the door, sometimes you get current. Static electricity. How does it help the patient? If you tell him static electricity, he will go back. How can you cure him? Just by that knowledge. Can you translate that knowledge into curing a patient? How do you do that? This is an electrical body. You are wearing a sole that is rubber, bad conductor of electricity. Electricity is being generated. I am using a phone. I am generating more electricity. It is not getting earth. So what will happen? This electricity, when it goes in the brain, it will cause epilepsy. If it goes in the heart, it will cause atrial fibrillation. If it goes in the kidneys, it will increase the vibration of the kidneys and shrink the kidneys. What was the remedy? पांव धरती पे रखिए. जिनके पांव धरती पे नहीं है वो बहुत दिनों तक धरती पे रहेंगे नहीं. Literally and figuratively. In both these cases, that is correct. So, coming back to your question, the bitter gourd therapy, actually, there are channels that are connected, and this is a way to show and prove marm therapy. If it is done in the soul, how does it travel to your tongue? How does it travel to your brain? This is the connection. There might not be a physical connection which you can demonstrate because energy does not move in a physical way. Have you seen electricity? Have you seen it? You can only feel the effect of electricity. Nobody has seen electricity. There are engineers. Sikandar is an engineer. Ask him. He has not seen electricity. Nobody has seen. The effect is seen. So nobody has seen God. You are the effect of God and godliness. Thank you. Yes.
So coming to the diet which you have given, it is 16-40 diet which is told. So coming to the diet which was followed by the patients, so it was a 60-40 diet which was advised to them. So according to Ayurveda, which we read, is the cooked food and the raw food shouldn't be mixed. It's viruddhahara. So then how would you interpret that, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. That would have been a question for many people. We follow science. Maybe I have to learn. I have to learn how cooked food helps you. Up till now, what I have learned is, my learning is, whatever you eat, have you ever seen what you eat? You eat seeds. What is rice? Rice is a seed. What is dal? Dal is a seed. What is roti? Roti is a seed. We eat seeds because we know seed has the potential energy to become a tree. We know that. If you boil dal and if you take out the dal from there and if you sow it in the ground, will you get a plant? No? Why? It's a seed. It should produce.
The essence is taken out.
So what has happened to that seed? It is dead seed, no? I want to know the science how dead food is giving you life. I want to know that science. I don't know. I'm ready to learn. I don't know that science. Live foods will give you life. Dead foods will give you death, is what I know. I would love to be disproved. The second is, when you are cooking food, you are transforming complex sugar to simple sugar. When you are eating it, blood sugar has to increase. That is a protective phenomenon of the body. Insulin is secreted from the pancreas. This insulin, what is the function? The function is to take the sugar from the blood and you put it inside the cell. Okay. What is the second function of insulin? It is a growth factor. It is a very big growth factor. So your face becomes big, your tummy becomes big. If there is a tumor, that also becomes big. Insulin is doing that, which is why fasting kills cancer. You get my point? If healing has to occur, insulin levels have to be very low. And diabetes is not a blood sugar disease. It is hyperinsulinemia. Blood sugar is an effect of diabetes, not the cause of diabetes. The cause of diabetes is hyperinsulinemia. We targeted hyperinsulinemia, so we could cure it. You are targeting blood sugar. This drug is there, blood sugar increase हो जाएगा, decrease हो जाएगा, आप उसी में फंसे रहो. You will never be able to cure it. How did the same way we cured corona? How? The whole world had no answer. When we started curing, nobody had any answer. It seemed as if we had all the answers because we know the basics. 2 plus 2 is 4. That is why a rocket flies. This is the BAME. These are the basics. You should know the basics. So the basics is whenever blood sugar is an effect, not the cause of diabetes. In corona time, why I am saying corona, and purposefully I am trying to tell you, next time when that pandemic happens, I will camp here. And I will show you how these patients can be cured very easily without anything. We did not use anything. Our drugs were anar, nariyal pani. These were the drugs that we used. These were the rasayan that we used. So the basic understanding is when a disease process comes from outside, the body reacts. What will be the reaction of the body? It will increase temperature. Temperature is your friend. And where is the world? The world is there to decrease temperature. Are we helping the body or harming the body? What will temperature do? It will produce dehydration. Why don't you hydrate and go with the flow of the body? We did exactly that. In 12 hours time, maximum 20 hours, all temperatures came down to normal. In 20 hours, it did not even take 24 hours for nobody. In 20 hours time, temperature came back to normal. The body has shown, the body is divine. The body has shown a response. Respect that response. Respect it. We did that. In 20 hours, temperature fell down. What will the second thing the body do? The cells which are affected by the disease process, the pathogen, the body will lower oxygen concentration to kill that cell. What did you do? You gave oxygen. You did exactly the opposite of what should have been done. That is why we cured, nobody else did. And by the way, what do you take? What do you take in? What do you breathe out? What do you take in? Really?
It's a mixture of gases.
You are taking in air, not oxygen. Please, you have to unlearn what you know. You have to relearn many things. You are taking in air, not oxygen. Air has got 20% oxygen. Oxygen favors combustion. If you have studied 7th standard, when oxygen Priestley was introduced, oxygen जहां भी होगा आग लगेगी. आप आग लगा रहे हैं. You need to understand that. Okay? This body, the most sophisticated device on planet Earth, knows exactly how much oxygen should be taken out from that air. You don't know. Laboratories don't know. This body knows. You have to respect the body. So we gave air. This body knew how much oxygen to be extracted, how much oxygen not to be extracted. And we did not give air. We used posture as medicine. So what is the posture? Shashtang. If you do, both your nostrils open. If you're lying on your back, only one nostril is open, and that too partly. So why do you sleep? Why do you sleep?
For the body to rest.
No, no, nothing is at rest. In the universe, nothing is at rest. You cannot be an exception. Science does not know why do we dream. We don't know. It is a difficult question in science. We don't know why we dream. So why do you sleep? You sleep to repair. Repair the body, you sleep. If you are taking in more toxins, you sleep long time. दारू पीने वाले 10 बजे तक सोए रहते हैं. Because this body has to detox on an everyday basis. If you are taking less toxins, and ahar is not only from your mouth, from all the five senses. Pratyahar is shutting down the five senses which are outwardly and focusing them inwardly. That is called meditation. That is called. So these things, we can actually prove it by just writing and telling you. It is very easy because it is difficult to tell a young person कि meditation क्या है. But Bharatiya Vidha, yogic sciences have made it so simple that you can easily explain and easily grasp what is what. So coming back to your question again, I'll finish the corona part because it's going to come again, so you should know what to do. If you go to my YouTube channel, we have a 3-day protocol of how any fever can be controlled without any drugs. How any fever can be controlled. Any fever. You try it and see on yourself, you will understand. You will understand. And then promulgate the same thing to others. We want to make Bharat healthy. Is our motto, is our vision mission. So the second thing what we did was we gave air. And first day was fasting. Where did we learn this? We learned it from observation of animals. If an animal is sick, the first thing that the animal does is stops eating. And where are we stuck? Abhi fever ho gaya, kya khana hai, kya nahi? We are fools actually. We have to learn so many things from nature. So this is where we scored over the other modalities of healing. And the third day, yes, there is a salt craving. Because second day was, and we put them 2 hours in sunlight every day. Why sunlight? You can take vitamin D capsules also. Isn't it? So why sunlight? Science has not reached that level where you can capture sun rays. I often ask these people, especially the Roche people who make vitamin D capsules, very costly capsules. I tell them, boss, you have got that science, no? Sun rays को तुमने capsule में capture कर लिया. How? Because vitamin D तो वैसे ही बनेगा. So this placebo effect that you are playing with people is not right. The only source of energy on planet Earth is the sun. And the only way where sun rays can be captured are the leaves. There is no other way. There is nothing else that is there where sunlight can be captured. You show me. I will love to learn if there is anything else that can capture sunlight. Capture and retain sunlight. So 5% of the sun's energy is stored in leaves. If you are giving leaves, it is understood that you are trying to give vitamin D. But if you are giving capsules, it is not understood. It is not understood. I don't understand that science. You have to make me understand that science. So 2 hours sunlight, and the third day the patient was very well. Salt craving. So we gave khichdi. 5 liters of water on an average every day. There was a mixture of haldi pani, nimbu pani, and all kinds of water. What is the basis of this? What is the basis of health and disease? Have you ever thought? The basis of health and disease is by observation. Who do you call healthy? Who do you call diseased? If you go to an intensive care unit of any hospital in the world, you will have different kinds of patients. Somebody is having a kidney problem, somebody is having a heart problem, somebody is having a lungs problem, somebody is having a liver problem, somebody is having paralysis, somebody has met with an accident. Various kinds of patients, various drugs that are going on. But what is common to all these patients? A drip and oxygen. It should give you a message. The message is patient का जल और वायु ठीक नहीं है. On the other hand, healthy किसको बोलते हैं? Yoga, morning walk, jogging, swimming, dancing, weightlifting, gymming, whatever you do, you breathe in more and you breathe out more. If you are breathing in, you feel thirsty. आपने सांस ले लिया, पानी ले लिया, healthy हो गए. नहीं तो सांस और पानी चढ़ाना पड़ता. So a thin line between health and disease is only air and water. अगर ये आप पर्याप्त मात्रा में दे रहे हैं तो बीमारियां नहीं होंगी. You get my point? So that's one. Thank you. Any more questions?
Sir, I have a question. Sir, usually we divide diabetic patients in Ayurveda into two types, Sthula Pramehi and Krisha Pramehi. That is the one who is obese and who is emaciated. So the regime that you are prescribing involves 2 hours of sitting in the sunlight and giving Bashpa Sveda and giving only 2 meals a day. So isn't this going to emaciate them more? Or like, is it going to cause any more complications?
There is a Sanskrit shlok that says, I don't remember that it is the toxins in the body that are causing all the diseases. What is that Sanskrit shlok? Can somebody tell me? There is Sanskrit shlok, I'm just forgetting. Huh? Diseases are a result of toxins in the body.
उष्मणो अल्पबलत्वेन धातुमाद्यमपाचितं दुष्टमामाशयगतं रसमामं प्रचक्षते.
Yes, so toxins are there in the body. If you remove the toxins, diseases will go. By staying in sunlight, by sweating, what are the ways of removing toxins? I'll talk in a scientific language. What happens is, if you decrease life like a bonsai plant, you have seen a bonsai plant? If you decrease life in one day, suppose life is of one day. So what is life? When you get up, life starts. When you sleep, life ends. Isn't it? That is what it is. So whatever you do in a day, you make an acid. If you've got negative thoughts, you make more acid. If you've got positive thoughts, you still make acid. If you eat, you make gastric acid. If you exercise, you make lactic acid. So this body whole day is fixed up in an acid-base balance and disbalance. So this acid needs to come out of the body. What are the ways of taking out acid from the body? Respiration, perspiration, urination and defecation. These are the only 4 ways of taking out acid from the body. If there is shallow breathing, it is acidic breathing. If there is deep breathing, it is alkaline breathing. It alkalizes your body. And why is alkalinity required? एसिडिटी में जीवन जलता है, alkalinity में जीवन पलता है. Ocean is alkaline, life thrives. Your blood is alkaline, your life thrives. If you eat cyanide, the blood turns acidic and it does not even take 1 second for you to die. So this acidity is going to kill you. This acidity needs to go. So these 4 ways are of taking out toxins. So once you are taking out toxins, or you just analyze it through Panch Karma, you will know what we are doing. We are taking out toxins. So it does not matter if If a person is fat, we are still taking out toxin. If a person is thin, we are still taking out toxins. After this, when we restore health, if they want to, we are also doing Kaya Kalp. So we know how to restore back. I'm also researching on Kaya Kalp. We know how to restore back. So it does not matter. The disease toxins should go. They should go out of the body, whatever the composition of the body, fat or thin. Then we will restore according to what it should be. This is the principle of how we work.
So my question is, in Ayurveda, we believe we have prakritis like Vata, Pitta, Kapha. That two Vata and Kapha are exactly opposite in qualities. For all the people, you provided same kind of food, and the diabetes got reversal. I am curious to know how it happened. So.
Very nice question, and I am very happy with this question. Thank you for this question. See, you're very right. You're very right that everything should be different for each and every individual. That will take around 7 to 10 days. Here we had to prove a point that in 3 days time we can reverse it. So there, such kind of, now since so many energetic people are there, we will make you in charge of taking Vat, Pitta, Kapha of everybody, and accordingly we will tailor make as to what it should be. That will be the best way of reversing diabetes in one day. Diabetes or many diseases can be reversed in one day. We will use that when we have so much energetic people, so many energetic people like you. So we will definitely do that. Here we somehow managed to do it, and with the resources, the limited resources that we had, but now we have an army. So we can do it, and we can do it much more efficiently than what we did in the 3-day program. We can do it in one day. So we will definitely take your services. Thank you for that question. So I now hand it over to Swamiji. Swamiji will address, and then we will call it a day.
First of all, I would like to wish all of you a happy Ramanomi. Thank you. And all these 3 days, some of you students have participated in this diabetic program, and you have learnt how it can be reversible in no-go. So, these kind of questions what that girl has asked, the 3 humors are always may not be proper in everyone, and everyone will have some kind of doshas. So for that, the nature gives one solution. Whatever may be your dosha, whether you are Vata Kapha or Vata Pitta, Pitta Kapha, whatever it may be, the nature has the solution. For that, exactly you need not to apply all the logics. For Vata, we have to give this kind of treatments, or Pitta, this kind of treatment is not required when you are using a nature. Now, whatever he has given, turmeric, what is its humor? What kind of humor is it? Antibacterial, that is separate. Humor. Vata, Pitta or Kapha? Pitta, correct? Pitta. And he has used neem also. What is that? Kapha Pitta. Okay. So all the three ingredients are there. All the three humors are there. So that will balance. What is required for the body will absorb, and what is not required, it will extract, evacuate. So that is why when we are using any Ayurveda products like Triphala or whatever it may be, there are so many ingredients. It is not made of one. It is made of multiple ingredients. So whichever doshas are there, that will be balanced. Or whichever doshas are not there, that will be improved. So that is why whatever he has done, it is a scientific way. There is no need for you to concentrate on a person, what kind of dosha they have and what kind of drugs have to be given. No need. Common drugs when you are using from the nature. I'm not talking about the drugs of Ayurveda. I'm talking about the nature like leaves. Okay, fruits or flowers or the seeds from the nature, whatever you give, that is immediately have the good results. When you make it ferment and make a composition of drugs, then that has to be balanced because your body constituents are completely different from the nature constituents, and nature absorbs everything and balances everything, but human body never balances. So that is why what kind of constituents you are having, that you verify, chemical constituents, and what the nature is having. When you try to read this, all your humors will be balanced on its own. Okay, so this kind of sections we will have more, and Sir is going to take so many CME programs online, and we are also arranging with all other doctors, eminent doctors from across the globe, and who is very connected with Dr. Ashwath Pandey. So hope that all you will learn more and more, and every one of you can visit to his center also, how he treats the cancer patient. So one of the cancer patient in the morning, she told that I feel so good. I'm energetic. I feel very light. So like that, he has cured many peoples, and you can learn many process from this. So thank you to one and all. And we are getting late now. We have to move to our clinic. So some patients are there. So next time, definitely he will spend more time with you. Thank you.